Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Together, your friendly space to practice real English conversations. I'm Jessie, and today we're going to learn one of the most common but also the most important questions in English. Tell me about yourself.
Hi, I'm Wyatt, and this topic is such a classic. You'll hear it everywhere in job interviews, first meetings, classrooms, even online. It's usually the first question people ask when they meet you, so knowing how to answer it naturally can make a great first impression.
Exactly. And the good news is, it's not as scary as it sounds. You don't need to tell your whole life story. You just need a short, clear, and friendly introduction about who you are, what you do, and maybe something small about your hobbies or interests.
Right, and the way you answer can change depending on the situation. For example, you might answer differently in a job interview than when meeting a new friend.
That's a great point. So today we'll go through both how to introduce yourself casually and how to do it in a more formal way. We'll also break down some useful words and phrases you can use and explain what they mean. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. Okay, let's start with a warm up question. Jesse, how would you introduce yourself if we just met at a cafe?
Hmm, good one. I'd probably say something like, "Hey, I'm Jessie. I'm an English teacher and I love helping people learn to speak confidently. What about you?"
That's nice and friendly, simple but personal. Notice how she used I'm Jesse instead of my name is Jesse. Both are correct, but I'm Jesse sounds more casual and natural in conversation.
Right. My name is sounds a little more formal, and you'd probably use it in an interview or a presentation.
Exactly. So if I met you for the first time in a casual setting, I'd say, hey, I'm Wyatt. I work as a video editor, and in my free time, I love playing guitar.
That's a great example. It gives your name, your job, and one personal detail. And it sounds natural because it's not too long.
Yes, the key is to keep it short, clear, and positive. You don't need to overthink it.
Totally agree. But now let's show what this would sound like in a more formal situation, like a job interview.
Good idea. Okay, Jesse, imagine you're in a job interview. The interviewer says, tell me about yourself. What would you say?
All right, I might say, "Sure. My name is Jessie, and I have over 3 years of experience teaching English to international students. I'm passionate about helping learners build confidence in speaking and communication. In my last role, I developed new conversation-based lessons that improved engagement and fluency in my students."
Wow, that's great. Professional, but still natural. You gave background, experience, and something you're passionate about.
Exactly. That's the structure I always recommend. Start with your name, mention what you do, add experience or skills, and end with something personal or positive.
Nice. And if you're just starting out, like if you're a student or beginner, you can keep it even simpler. For example,
"Hi, my name is Wyatt. I'm studying computer science at university, and I'm really interested in learning about new technologies and software development."
perfect. You sound confident, clear, and friendly.
Now let's help our listeners with some useful vocabulary and phrases they can use when talking about themselves.
Great idea. Let's go one by one and explain them naturally.
Sure, let's start with, "I'm originally from." It means the place where you were born or where you come from.
Right. For example, I'm originally from Canada, but I live in London now.
Exactly. It's a great way to start when people ask where you're from. Another common phrase is, "I currently work as." This means your present job. For example, "I currently work as a nurse," or "I currently work as a software engineer."
Yes, you can also say, I work in, if you want to mention your field. Like, I work in education or I work in marketing.
That's right. And if you don't have a job right now, you can say, "I'm looking for a job," or "I'm between jobs at the moment."
Good one. Another phrase is in my free time or in my spare time. Both mean the same thing.
Exactly. You can say, "In my free time, I like reading," or "In my spare time, I love cooking."
Yes, and if you want to sound even more natural, you can use I'm into. It's a casual way to say you like something. For example, I'm into photography or I'm really into watching documentaries.
Right, that's one of my favorite phrases. It sounds friendly and modern.
And don't forget, I enjoy. That's a good neutral expression, like I enjoy traveling or I enjoyed learning new languages.
Exactly. So, Jesse, let's do a quick example conversation to show how all of these fit together. Sure.
Hey, I'm Wyatt. I'm originally from the US, but I live in Madrid now. I work as a video editor, and in my free time, I'm really into hiking and trying new foods.
That's great. And I might reply, Nice to meet you, Wyatt. I'm Jessie. I work in education, and I love hiking too. It's such a great way to relax.
See how natural that sounds? You can connect with people easily when you share something personal or similar.
Yes, that's a big tip. Always try to find something in common. It helps keep the conversation going.
Exactly. Now let's talk about pronunciation and rhythm a little bit.
Good point. When English speakers introduce themselves, they usually speak with a friendly, rising tone at the end of short sentences. For example,
I'm Jesse.
I'm a teacher. I'm from London.
That's true. You don't need to sound robotic or too serious. Keep your tone warm and natural, like you're talking to a friend.
Right. And if you're shy or nervous, smile a little when speaking. Even though people can't always see you, your voice will sound friendlier.
That's a really good tip. Smiling changes your voice and it makes it softer and more welcoming.
Exactly. And when you talk about yourself, confidence matters more than perfect grammar.
Yes, don't worry too much about small mistakes. People are listening to you, not to your grammar score.
So true. Okay, let's give some examples of what not to do.
Good idea.
For example, don't just say, My name Jessie, I student. I like music.
Right. That's understandable, but it sounds unnatural. You can make it smoother by adding small words, like, my name is Jesse. I'm a student and I like music.
Exactly. A few small words make a big difference.
And try not to make your introduction too long. Some learners say too much, like, my name is Jesse. I was born in 1998. My favorite color is blue. I have two brothers, three dogs, and a turtle.
Laughs. Yeah, that's too much information. You don't need to tell everything about your life right away.
Exactly. Just focus on the basics your name, what you do, and one or two personal details.
Perfect. Let's make another sample dialogue that sounds like two people meeting for the first time.
Hi, I'm Jesse. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Wyatt. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, what do you do?
I work in marketing. How about you?
I'm an English teacher. I help students improve their conversation skills.
Oh, that's cool. I actually want to get better at English too.
Really? That's great. It's always fun to practice with new people.
That's such a realistic conversation. Short, natural, and friendly.
Exactly. And notice how we use small phrases like, nice to meet you. How about you? That's cool. Really? These help keep the conversation flowing.
Yes, let's highlight those. Nice to meet you is a polite greeting you can use anytime you meet someone new.
Right. And how about you is perfect for returning a question. For example, I'm from Brazil. How about you?
Exactly. And that's cool or that's great are casual ways to show interest or agreement.
And really is a short reaction word that keeps the conversation active.
Yes, all these are small but powerful. They make your English sound natural and alive.
Totally agree. Now, what about when people ask follow-up questions after your introduction?
Good point. You can prepare for common ones like,
Where do you live? What do you do for fun? Do you like your job? Yes, let's model that.
Wyatt, what do you do for fun?
Well, in my free time, I usually play guitar or watch movies. Sometimes I go hiking on weekends.
That sounds nice. What kind of movies do you like?
Mostly comedies. I love laughing after a long week.
Perfect. You see how that turns into a full, friendly chat.
Exactly. You don't need complicated vocabulary and just clear, natural phrases.
Right. And if you don't understand what someone said, it's totally okay to ask politely. You can say,
Sorry, could you repeat that? Or,
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
That's a really useful phrase. I didn't catch that means you didn't hear or understand clearly.
Exactly, and it sounds polite and natural. Not too formal, not too casual.
I like that one a lot. Okay, Jesse, let's talk about how people can practice their introductions.
Great idea. One easy way is to record yourself on your phone. Just pretend you're meeting someone new and say your introduction out loud.
Yes, then listen back and notice your tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. You can fix small things each time,
Exactly. Another way is to practice with a friend, even online.
right? You can take turns introducing yourselves and asking questions like, where are you from? Or what do you like to do in your free time?
That's a great exercise.
Totally, and if you want to challenge yourself, try introducing yourself in different ways. One for a job interview, one for a party, one for an online class.
Yes, that helps you sound flexible and confident in any situation.
And remember, there's no single perfect answer to tell me about yourself. The best answer is one that sounds natural for you.
Absolutely. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection.
Beautifully said. Okay, let's do a quick review before we wrap up.
Good idea. So today we talked about
How to introduce yourself naturally in English.
the difference between casual and formal introductions,
Useful phrases like I'm originally from, I currently work as, in my free time, and I'm into.
how to sound friendly and confident using small reactions like "that's great" or "really."
And how to keep your answers short, simple, and personal.
Exactly. And if you're listening right now, remember, you can start practicing today. Record your introduction, practice with a friend, or write it in the comments.
Yes, practice makes progress, and every time you do it, you'll feel more comfortable speaking.
That's so true. The more you talk about yourself in English, the easier it gets.
So don't be shy. The next time someone asks, tell me about yourself, you'll be ready to shine.
Absolutely. All right, friends. That's it for today's episode of Learn English Together.
Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to subscribe, practice with us, and share this episode with someone who's learning English too.
And remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Just keep going one conversation at a time.
Exactly. Take care, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.